Tina Turner.
A lot of people probably, because she's a legend, she's considered what we were talking about. What's considered a legend or I think that was one of the words we said, like a Michael Jordan, Michael Jackson. She's one. She's an icon. There we go, icon.
Well, people are going to think about the first thing to me is Angela Bassett and what's love got to do with it.
She played that part.
That's the first thing I thought of when she said Tina Turner passed away. I thought of Ike. And I thought of
just trying to help.
She outlived Ike. And then I thought of I'm sure Angela Bassett is going to say something about her passing away.
And playing her, because she probably got to know her and her character and more about her. She had a rocky past, even with Ike, and aside from Ike.
Well, she had a hard growing up. Anime? Her mom, Anime?
I think they said she was not wasn't with her mom or something. She had to stay with her grandmother.
She had
some things, dynamics with the family. I'm sure grandmother, and I'm sure we all hear it on the news. They give updates on when these different entertainers.
Do you know they said she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice?
Whoa!
One with Ike and Tina Turner, and one by herself.
Wow! Is she the only one?
No, it's other people. But
I wonder if
Eric Clapton was.
What's his name from the Beatles?
Paul McCartney. Probably. He probably was.
Wow.
From the Beatles, and then from
That's interesting. I didn't know they could do that.
Yeah,
I guess they would, because they have a musical career.
I wonder if Michael
without
Jackson
that other
is.
Group. That's a good one.
I'm sure
Michael
he
Jackson
is the Jackson 5
as a solo artist
and Michael Jackson
as a group.
Yeah,
that's a good question.
But
Wendy, look that up, because I know she's good with
that.
She's
not on here yet.
Well, she'll hear me recording it. People play back, right? Okay. And they'll get their to-dos when they play it back.
Crack me up.
Oh, I wasn't on there, but Lenore told me to do something.
Emerald says, "Hey, ladies."
Hey, Emerald.
Hey, Emerald. So Tina Turner.
And we were talking about when a lot of artists pass away. There's sometimes there's so much going on where they get hidden into the bright red what is it used to say? I can't think of the word. Bright object or shiny object.
Shiny object
of other news. If it's a war related, politics related, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Today's not much is happening.
So a lot of people was able to talk about it. Yeah. Very beautiful woman. There would be no Beyonce if it wasn't for Tina Turner.
She was known for her legs.
Beyonce patterns a lot after Tina Turner, and she'll tell you that. She'll tell you she patterns a lot after Tina Turner.
She danced up until, gosh, she was. Even though she was in her 80s, she danced up until even an older age.
Yeah.
Unlike some women who probably, because she had the body and the legs, they always said.
Shaking.
Oh, well.
You crack me up. You so
dramatic.
I know. It shakes the camera, though.
Oh, so sorry.
When I look back, we'd be moving like this throughout the show.
Okay.
Rolling Stone once named her one of the greatest singers of all time. And I think they've named, some other people coined her as the queen of rock and roll or something.
Okay.
I don't know if I would call her the I don't know if I would call her the queen of rock and roll.
Who would you call the queen of rock and roll? That's a good question.
Like Janis Joplin or somebody.
No.
Tina Turner?
Rock and roll. That's a good question. Who would be coined that? Because she is a legend. She's an icon. She set the tone for female rock singers.
Okay, all right. Look, I'm not taking nothing away from her.
Because you can't find nobody.
I said Janis Joplin, but you didn't like that.
I wouldn't put Janis Joplin.
Legendary singer Tina Turner, known for her sultry voice and string of platinum hits, has died at age 83. The news was confirmed on Turner's official Facebook page. It is with great sadness that we announce the passing of Tina Turner, the statement said on Facebook. With her music and her boundless passion for life, she enchanted millions of fans around the world and inspired the stars of tomorrow. Today, we say goodbye to a dear friend who leaves us all her greatest work, her music. All our heartfelt compassion goes out to her family. Tina, we will miss you dearly. I didn't know she only had like one hit.
What do you mean?
Like one number one smash hit?
Turner
became one of her era's most enduring female artists with smash hits like What's Love Got to Do with It?
Yeah.
And memorable movie appearances.
Did they call the hit with Ike, Rolling on the River?
Well, that's different. They consider that different. They sent her by herself. Both Annie Mae Bullock on November 26, born 1939 in Tennessee. Turner began performing at a young age. As a teenager, she immersed herself in the local rhythm and blues scene. That's what we know her from, that rhythm, that rolling on the river.
And the movement, kind of like how Beyonce probably likes her.
Exactly.
She's just,
you see Beyonce all in her. That's what I'm saying. Yes. And talking. Even the way, you notice, like, even the way Beyonce talks, like that low, hey, everybody. No. That's Tina Turner.
Take it nice and slow.
I'm going to take it nice and slow. And now we're going to speed it up a little bit. Yeah. Now I met a good guy in the city, whatever. Working for the man every night and day.
But she only had a few hits, one hit.
That's what I mean. In 1956, she met Ike Turner, from the band Kings of Rhythm, and became part of their act. Now, say what you want to say about Ike Turner. It would be no Tina Turner if it was not for Ike Turner.
Exactly. It would be no Jacksons if it wasn't
for Joe. Say what you want to say about these guys.
Put that shoe down, Joe. They gonna sing.
But you can say as horrible as they were.
Yeah.
There would be none of these people wouldn't be, Together they recorded hits in 1960, A Fool in Love. Remember, I'm just a dun. And It's Gonna Work Out Fine. I Idolize You, and River Deep, Mountain High, as part of Ike and Tina Turner's review. Turner and Ike married in Mexico in 1962, 2 years after the birth of their son, Ronnie. And remember, she took on his kids. He had kids
from outside
the marriage. Well, at the movie, we look at how the movie was. She took them on.
And she didn't have to do that.
In 1970, and they said, the boys, that said she was wonderful.
Oh, good
she
mom.
was never mean to them, or how some people act mean to the other kids.
Yeah.
She treated them like they were her own children. They said,
okay,
and they loved her. They said if you ask them now, his kids from the other women, they loved her. She was wonderful. Yeah.
Oh, he was? Okay.
In 1971, their cover version of Creedence Clearwater.
Was he abusive to that first wife?
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Proud Mary became a hit. Their song Nutbush City Limits also climbed the charts in 1973. Turner also released 2 solo albums while she was a member of Ike and Tina Turner. Turner divorced him in 1978.
She did that one that did a lot of orchestra.
Oh,
he got mad when she did it.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, we was doing the movie. See how we know her from the movie?
Yeah.
That movie helped.
Yeah.
Alleging years of, she divorced him in 1978, alleging years of physical abuse and infidelity. In 2018, Turner opened up about the abuse she endured in an interview with the Sunday Times. There was violence because he had this fear that I was going to leave him, she said. The other women, because I didn't love him that way, the other women weren't so bad, but it was the constant ill treatment. And the fact he was sleeping with the backup singer.
I know. Who are you, dude? And then gonna have a controlling hand over her.
Following the divorce, she released her 3rd solo album, Rough, an album of blues and disco. Remember the disco covers?
Yeah.
She did Rod Stewart, Chuck Berry, and performed in hotel ballrooms and clubs across the country. But it wasn't until September 1984 when she achieved her first #1. That's what I was telling you. What's Love Got to Do with it?
They said she didn't like the song.
The song earned her a Grammy. So it wasn't like she won a lot of awards. She won it for
she must have not. She didn't win an award for Simply the Best, Better Than All.
And in 1985, she starred along Mel Gibson. Remember in Mad Max, Beyond the Thunderdome.
Beyond the Thunderdome. Do you remember? I remember her comment because remember I wanted to talk about "We Are the World."
Yeah,
we are the children.
She was in there too.
And they were talking about that big fallout that Michael Jackson wanted to do a African. Some verse in African language.
Yeah.
And one of the Waylon Jennings didn't like. I'm not singing. He said, "Good old boy, I'm not singing no African words."
He didn't want to do a chant.
He didn't want to do. And then Ray Charles was kind of complaining, like, "Man, I barely sing English. Why we got to do another language?"
Right.
And I think I can't remember what singer came up with. Stevie Wonder was going to look for saying it in Swahili.
Okay.
And he came back with, my friend said we could say it in Swahili and it sounds like this.
Okay.
She actually said, I'd rather do it in Swahili.
Tina
said that. But they all decided to not do it because they didn't want to offend anybody in Africa at the time.
Right.
But I remember her input even, she was
saying,
very laid back. She didn't have a big head,
right?
Like some of the other
When
artists.
they were showing the behind the scenes at that thing.
Behind the scenes for We Are the World.
She was laid back.
She's gonna be messed.
Sweet, very sweet.
You like her version of Al Green's song.
I like her Let's Stay Together better than Al Green.
Well, you know I'm an Al Green fan, so. And you did her when we was on our cruise trip. We did karaoke, and my sister did Tina Turner, and she was doing her arms like Tina.
Yeah.
You was getting into Tina world.
And the whole crowd, I had the whole boat jumping up and down. Yeah. I did do Tina Turner.
You did Tina Turner.
You never.
I laughed at, it's so funny because I laugh at, I'm an old school person, so I always watch Old Martin. Mm-hmm. When Martin dressed up as Ike, and
he made
Gina was Tina, and she was singing, "We're gonna do things nice and slow." And then she started singing the fast song.
Right.
And he come out, I told you to he took his shoe off, and he was almost like he got the whole spirit of Ike. And Gina was like, Martin, stop. Martin was like, what I tell you, Anime? I said, we get ready. Martin is funny.
Martin is a fool.
He is funny, but he got that spirit of
everybody. When What's Love got to do with it, every Negro is saying Anime. What I tell you?
What I tell you, Anime?
And if you was dating somebody or something, and you say something, they just being funny.
Yeah.
They're like, what I tell you?
Anime? What you say?
What I say?
And that's what Martin did. He had his and he had that mushroom hairstyle.
And every black woman was like this. So every brother want to be Ike Turner when What's Love got to do with it came out.
What's his name with Bruno Mars? He was wearing his hair like that.
Yeah.
Like the mushroom. Remember the guys used to wear hair like a mushroom. Oh my God, those were the days.
And she was iconic in the fact that the dress, the hair.
Yes.
If the movie's right, she did the hair because her hair burnt out from the perm. So she had to put a wig on. Mm-hmm. So she had them long wigs, and everybody was. You know what? Now here's the thing:
a lot of drag queens liked her.
They love her.
Just dress up like her.
But you know what? As a kid, I was kind of taken back by Tina Turner.
Why?
I remember watching them. Was she on Saturday Night Live?
You thought she was what?
Too wild.
Too.
Because think about back when we was growing up in the 60s. I used to see her shake, and she shake her hair, and she be shaking her butt, and I'd be like, "Ooh, she nasty."
Don't Beyonce do that?
Yeah, Beyonce copies Tina Turner.
Wow.
But I'm saying, try to put yourself back when we was growing. Okay. Well, you older than me. She much older.
No, you guys.
But I was young.
Over 10 years.
I was young. And so as a kid, I watched her, and I thought she was wild.
As a black woman.
What did you think, Ma?
She was wild.
But I'm saying, did you like Tina Turner, or was that not your...
But she was wild.
Did you listen to Ike and Tina Turner?
I liked her song, but they were wild.
The good job.
But what did y'all think about her?
I probably thought the same thing because you didn't see nobody on stage like her.
Nobody was doing that.
You got to comparing her with Diana Ross.
This is from the
Gladys Knight and Aretha Franklin. Yeah. And then this woman come out with the wigs.
They were shaking their butt. So you know what? I think people thought she was wild. But her demeanor when she would speak was very
different than
it was different than
it was like what Beyonce said.
It's Sasha.
Different
when Beyonce's dancing, she's Sasha.
But when she's in the interview,
she's talking,
she's very quiet.
She's like, "Hello, everyone."
Very laid back.
I like to thank everyone.
That Sasha comes alive just like this one.
That's Tina Turner.
Yeah,
and I think that saved her because when I would watch her talk, I would say, "Oh, okay, I'm a little kid at this time."
Yeah.
I think, okay, she's just performing, I guess.
Look at them wigs, the hair. At the time she had the long wig. She didn't have the wild wigs like that.
Yeah.
But after seeing the movie,
I got a better understanding of her after seeing the movie. And we didn't know that Ike was beating her up.
I know.
They kept that secret.
That abuse.
That didn't come out until after she wrote this book and did this movie and all that. Yeah, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
You didn't know that, right, Mom?
When I saw her beating her in the movie.
Yeah, my mother said
but
she
we didn't know that she was being abused with
we didn't know.
Ike and Tina Turner.
No, we didn't know. And we didn't know Joe was beating up the kids.
I know.
The Jacksons.
I know.
Michael said he was scared of them.
Yeah, and they would hurry up and get their guitar and their stuff and pretend like they
know what? We were shielded from a lot. There was no social media.
No social media to tell you.
No internet.
Mm-mm.
So we didn't know. I didn't know Michael peed on himself. He didn't want to get on the plane. And he was afraid. He was afraid to fly. They would pick him up and throw him on the plane. We didn't know all that was going on because he would come off the plane. See, back then, when you was an entertainer, you had to put a wall up. Even
with our own family, our uncle.
Well, yeah, but yeah,
our uncle we didn't know either. Like my dad was telling me some things as I'm getting older, and I'm saying I'm not gonna be specific. Yeah, but I was saying, Dad, I didn't know that Uncle so and so was doing. He said, "Yeah, baby, you didn't know because he was his road manager.
We didn't know they was chased on the road and that they ran out of clubs with guns and stuff.
Pointed at them.
I didn't know that.
Did a concert. Where my money at? We ain't got your money.
And then they gotta use guns and then grab the bag and run and jump in the car.
We didn't know. And my dad had told me, and I probably mentioned this before, but my dad had told me that they were at the hotel that Martin Luther King got shot. They had left 2 days before to go on the road for my uncle's concert. I was like, Dad, you were at the Lorraine Hotel,
and he wanted to
leave early.
Yeah, but I think Martin Luther King wanted to see him, but he left.
Yeah, he had gone. Already.
He had left because Percy Sledge at that time, he was big. Back then. So he was like, "Oh, you stayed at my hotel. I want to see you." So can you imagine if my father was there?
Oh Lord!
So it was good they left.
He would have been part of that news, good or bad.
I know.
Lord, no.
So
okay, go ahead.
But you didn't know stuff like that. So I love how even with social media and stuff, even after that came out, she still maintained her privacy.
She's a survivor. Yeah. She left the country.
Yeah.
Did she live somewhere
else?
Maybe
that's why she was able to live peacefully. She left this crazy country.
I know. Some of y'all want to follow her to another country.
So maybe that's why. You know what? That's probably why. She was able to stay out of the public eye. Yeah.
Now she has a unique voice.
Nobody sounds like
her. That's one of the things I love about entertainers. You got your own lane.
Nobody sounds
you
like
awesome.
Her. Yeah.
If you got your own lane of sound.
Yeah.
Because anybody else would be mimicking you.
Yeah, nobody.
So, okay.
All right, so let's say hi to everybody. I told y'all Emerald says hi. Emerald says, I hate to hear when our icons pass away. Tina Turner was truly one of a kind. Hey, Jay Boogie back. I haven't seen you in a while. Happy Wednesday, ladies.
Okay.
And DeVille XX says, no, my celebrity crush as a kid died. Damn, that sucks. That's sad. I'm sorry about that. Mm-hmm. Emerald says she had an intestinal cancer and had a kidney transplant.
Yeah, she had some health issues.
Wendy says, I love Tina. And she said, hi, ladies. Everybody saying hi to each other. And Wendy says, 83 years, an icon, rest in peace. Tina Turner, the queen of rock sexy. Tina and the trademark hair those beautiful legs. You're right. She's known for her legs. Mm-hmm. And Wendy says, authentic queen of rock. And then she says Switzerland. So that's probably what she
Why are we so surprised when they're in their 80s, in their 90s, and they pass away? Like Betty White was 90s?
You know what? We expect
Betty White's gone.
We expect people to live forever.
I know. It gets me when they pass away younger.
Yeah,
like the Black Panther guy,
Aaliyah and stuff like that.
Yeah, and Left Eye.
Yeah. Oh, Left Eye. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
All right. So rest in peace, Tina Turner, legend, icon. I'm sure we're gonna hear from Angela Bassett. I'm sure we're gonna hear from Beyonce. Beyonce's on her tour right now. She may even say something at a Renaissance concert or do a song or something, a tribute or something. I don't know, because she loved Tina Turner.
Yeah,
and I'm sure we'll hear something from other artists and celebrities
that she inspired and that she worked with.
Yeah, okay, yeah.